Am I live on YouTube? Yes, okay. We are now live on YouTube. Do we have audio on YouTube? Hello? Oh, there we go. Yes, I do have. Okay, we have audio. We are good. Hi, guys. Sorry about that. So, oh, there's not going to be any, like, good VOD that I can upload onto Twitch or YouTube for this one. I'll just reread Broggy's stuff. Basically, Manager of Suites. Well, I guess I can... I'm going to be scrolling back in the event tab for this to read to you guys. Also, we're going to get another ad break because of this. God damn it. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway. Oh, miss, you're awake. You were injured during the foray on Mount Gold, yes? I was here at my station, as always, when they carried you in on a makeshift stretcher, looking disturbingly bereft of vigor. And to compound my worry, the sky has... Well, I'm sure you've seen it. It is, Oh, not yet. Okay. It has everyone rather concerned, to say the least. Seeing you up and about is the first good news we've had in a while, assuming you feel strong enough. Would you mayhap consider a stroll around the city to reassure our anxious citizens? Broggy was one of those who helped convey you to your chambers, and he has visited several times since to inquire after your condition. Alright, and now we're talking to Broggy. Well, look who's back from the dead. Aye, it was a grim sight. Your companions looked at fair ready to drop when they brought you in, so I offered a helping hand, and couldn't bear to see them struggle so. I mean, I guess I could edit the VODs together from Twitch. But yeah, and that is where we left off. And you, my friend, I feared you had one foot in the grave. Cold and lifeless you were, like a corpse that was somehow still breathing. When they told me some evil bastard went and snatched our poor exarch away in the midst of the chaos. Or, I read that wrong. But also 3-minute break, guys, because I'm ooped. I fooked up. Everything should be, but find out. I didn't realize that a setting I had selected on, or in OBS may have fucked some things up. But we're all good now, I hope. Definitely for sure, right? Yeah, I hope everybody's doing okay tonight. Man, what a stream for things to get fucked up during too, right? Like, this is the big bad, or big sad emotional stream. Shizuna is becoming a Sea Eater. Raha has been taken away from us. And that Selk has betrayed her. I mean, not that she probably didn't see that one coming, but... I'd love to know. I mean, I know we always knew that last one was going to happen, but also, I do wonder, like, I really want to know how the story would have gone if the Warrior of Light had been able to contain all the light, though. Like, would Emmett Selk have still betrayed us, or was he actually being, like, how would he have composed himself if the word light had been like, om nom nom light, delicious. More, please. Instead of, like, hearing glass shattering noises in her head and vomiting all over the place. Welcome back from ads, everybody. Sorry about the scuffed beginning. Blame OBS. It was doing some dumb shit. Also, just convert all that ether into extra wool battery power? Maybe. Just direct it. Well, I guess this might accidentally result in a rejoining anyway. But I was gonna say, just direct it all to the source and give it to Heidelin. Anyway, first I'm gonna finish this line of dialogue, and then there's something I need to address. Then they told me some evil bastard went and snatched our poor exarch away in the midst of the chaos. Wicked White, what is this world coming to? Bah, but moaning never solved a thing, did it? Nay, it's times like these that we Cressarium folk stand tall and do what needs to be done. You stand tall, my friend? Trade with Yulmore is back on the table. We'd best make use of those resources to fortify the city against the Eaters, or whatever misery the fates deem to throw at us next. Speaking of misery, Chesamil was worried sick about you. A healer wringing her hands is not a sight you ever wish to see, let me tell you. Yeah, I'll go check on her. Okay, so, funny story. I was prettying up the About section of my Twitch channel. Observant folk might notice that is much better formatted. Links are clickable. It looks very pretty. But anyway, so I went onto my Ko-fi to grab the link for my commissions page so that I could link directly to it when advertising commissions in my in my About section. And I noticed a little notification, and I go to check out what it is, thinking, oh, did somebody else subscribe to my Twitch channel? Or not to my Twitch channel, to my Ko-fi? Because if you want to read Shizune's lore, that is how you do it, folks. And I see a little notification. And no, it wasn't another Ko-fi subscriber. So I'm just gonna say, thank you for the $45. I appreciate you. We are now that much closer to getting that iPhone. How dare I do this to you? How dare you donate when I wasn't looking? Again. Okay, Chesamil. Oh, sweetie, you're alive. No one's been allowed to see you. Even Spagiric's Chirurgeons were forbidden from making visits. Reen was kind enough to tell me you were showing symptoms similar to Eater corruption, so I suppose there was little any of us could have done for you in any case. As for your companions, they've been rushing hither and yon, seeking a cure to your condition. I worry to see their faces grown ever more haggard every time they pass through the Cressarium. I shall let them know you're awake, and when they come to see you, sweetie, please do convince them to rest a bit. They won't be helping anyone if they all collapse of exhaustion. Oh, and our own Morin has been a little better, I'm afraid. He hasn't left the cabinet, too busy with his nose buried in one dusty tome or another. Sorry, Ash, but not sorry. Get appreciated on, nerd. Alright. Let's go talk to Morin. Man, I really want to like the hair that he has, but I really, really, really wish it had bangs. Anyway. Confound it. This says the same thing as the last. Mayhap I should approach the problem from a different perspective. Shizune! Is it truly you and not some figment of my imagination? I think it's truly me. Oh, but this is wonderful! 'Twould seem our prayers have been answered. Feeling otherwise helpless, I've been scouring our shelves for the wisdom to explain this most worrisome conundrum. Why, with all the light wardens defeated, has the light returned to obscure the sky? I must have pored over 100 tomes, but no definitive conclusion seems forthcoming. So many questions I would pose to the Exarch, and thus do I feel his absence all the more keenly. Now that you are awake, however, I am hopeful the search for our stolen steward might begin in earnest. Catless, meanwhile, leads the crystalline mean in preparations for battle. Though against what foe, we are as yet uncertain. Why not pay her a visit? I expect seeing you upright would be a much welcome relief. Oh wait, what am I doing? I'm dumb. Shizune! Alive and well, I see. You gave us all a proper fright, you know that? Not a day's gone by that I haven't heard folk worrying what's to become of you or the Exarch. Anyway, I'm glad you've recovered enough to stand. You're not planning on striking out straight away, though, are you? I was hoping to have a better look at your equipment. If we'd been able to provide you with better weapons or sturdier helms, then maybe you would have won the day and the Exarch would still be here. As such, we're keeping busy consulting each other on new forging techniques and designs and the like. If you could stand still a moment, I'd like to assess the gear we're trying to improve. I mean, it's not my gear, so okay. Aye, well, that's some fine work, I must admit. It wouldn't be impossible to take something or make something better, but we'd need to experiment with different patterns and materials, and I'm not sure we have that kind of time. That sounds like a challenge that he would enjoy. Greetings, Glenard. The Master of the Stairs is running his own errands now, is he? Aye, well, my servers are distraught enough as it is, and I didn't want to crack the whip too hard. But never mind that. I'm thinking our absent genius and his epiphanies are the perfect answer to this predicament of yours. And by genius, you would mean old Grinault. Or you'd mean old Grinault? He is a man of unrivaled gifts. I wouldn't argue with you there. But what good does his talent do us? Well, I forgot to update that. So yeah, by the way, I updated the thing. Let me actually go into coffee and fix that. Yeah, I want to keep goals realistic. So if you guys can get me back up to 100 subs, I'll do the new raids on Black Mage. tease you, lied to you, sorry. Okay, now where were we? But what good does this talent do us if we can't bloody find him? No one's seen hide nor hair of Grinnold since he wandered off some years ago. You know what he's like once he latches onto an idea. He's probably cloistered himself in some forgotten cave, completely absorbed in his latest creation. I wouldn't even... I wouldn't even know where to start looking. That does make things difficult. Still, if that eccentric is someone you're destined to meet, I wager he'll show up soon enough. In my time at the bar, many's the tale I've heard told of strangely fated encounters, even if a few of them might be stretching the truth just a bit. We'll keep our noses to the grindstone for the time being. But on the off chance you do encounter Grinnold, you'd be wise to take advantage of his brilliance rather than wait on our slow and steady progress. This is all talk for when you're fully recovered, of course. I'll let you get back to convalescing, eh? Before you do that, you're actually the reason I came over here in the first place. I don't suggest partaking of my stock until you're properly well, but if you're passing near the stairs, then I have a regular who's eager to see you. Alright. I'd best be getting back. Just because the world's coming apart at the seams doesn't mean we have to follow suit now, does it? Hear, hear. We can't forget the heart upon which the city was founded, or the Exarch might not have much of a home to return to. Oh, shit! Hang on. I'm gonna skip through that cutscene, but I do want to accept this on... Oop. I forgot I changed my caster. Oh, this is my healer. Well, whatever. It's same difference. Have not changed my caster glamour yet. Whoops. Okay. But for story purposes, I really want to stay on Bard. Shizune, are you alright? I think a return to your sickbed might be in order. Or you might consider resting a while atop the watchtower next to the rookery. This damnable sky doesn't make for the most soothing scenery, but the Exarch often likes to stand there and feel the wind upon his face. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Oh, okay. Couldn't recognize that meaning for a second. It's from the current Alliance raid. Alrighty. Why'd you turn around, Shizune? Why are you looking out this way? Oh.
The people of this city have spirit, I'll give them that. They've not lost the will to fight.
Ardbert.
I can imagine how torn you must feel, looking at that sky. Knowing what it means to everyone. And that you're responsible.
I guess you would know. still can't believe it's coming from me.
Neither can I, to be honest. But you heard what the Ascians said. The light you shine will warp the world around you, whether you like it or not. Even your Stoller and Reen had to concede that point. You're in a corner, and there doesn't seem to be any obvious way out. But that doesn't mean it's over. However hopeless it seems, you haven't lost yet. I remember looking up at the sky like this before. Being caught up in a strange kind of calm. It was after we realized we were responsible for the flood. When we resolved to journey to the source by taking our own lives. One last sacrifice. One last fight. One last failure. And then the Oracle appeared and, well, you know the rest. There were times in the years and decades that followed when I wondered if we might not have been better off just letting the rejoining happen. That we'd made one last mistake. But seeing that giant Talos stir to life cured me of any doubts I still had. Always we took the burden of fighting upon ourselves. That's what heroes do, isn't it? So we never had the chance to see anything like that. Our people coming together as one. To think that their hope still burns so bright. That they were still so eager to live, they would lift up their fellows, one on top of the other, till they reached the sky. No. We made the right decision. And I can finally feel proud of the part we played in helping this world survive.
Yeah.
Well, come on then.
Huh?
As I thought. What happened between us was no coincidence. My story may be finished, but the fates have gifted me a minor role in yours.
Oh man, why do people who are important to Shizune always say that shit?
I suspected as much the moment I realized you could hear me. But it's hard not to doubt yourself when you're the man who caused the flood. I was afraid to do anything more than watch for fear of making things even worse. But no longer. After all, the path I once walked was to finish.
I'd say it's ours to share.
For what it's worth, I cast my lot with yours. If you need a push, I'll be right there behind you. If you lose control, I'll do my best to stop you. So, let us be about it, hero.
worried you were up here all alone, brooding and fretting and wallowing in your woes. But look at you, grinning at nothing like a pollen-drunk pixie. Look at what you've done to your ether. It's a mess. And you have cracks running all through that pretty soul of yours. My poor little sapling. Whatever am I to do with you? Shall I yield up my throne? You could claim it, cut ties with the mortal world, hide away in the castle.
If Titania was any indication, it's not like that would stop me from turning into a sinner.
It won't fix the problem.
Yeah.
But would it really matter? If any pesky heroes come calling with steel and magic, all of Ilmeg will rise up in your defense.
But maybe I don't want that, Feaul.
My crown and scepter are yours, if you want them.
Keep them.
What? Don't give me that look. Of course I knew before I asked that you'd never ever heed such a wicked suggestion. And besides, what would become of my precious and ephemeral flower?
She'd become
Oh, my dear beloved
eternal and
sapling,
full of thorns.
You are lost, confused, and have precious little time to gather your wits. Your kind is always so preoccupied with what lies ahead, and so we muddle your vision with fog and glamour. But such trickery is easy to see through. Stand very, very still. Think not of where you need to go, but where you are right now at this moment, at this time, in this place.
Thank you.
Our cairn of crystal. From shadowed hood he watched you go, his ruby eyes with warmth aglow.
You
See
knew.
yourself as he saw you, and that shall be the clearest clue. You stand in his garden, dear sapling. Ask his flowers what they know, and you will surely find an answer. But what will you do with it, I wonder? I'll be watching and waiting. Waiting and watching.
Okay. Now, let's see if I can get this. Got it! Tenenos Rookery. Or, oh god, I've been reading it wrong this entire time. Temenos Rookery. Managed almost exclusively by the Zune. This rookery echoes the sounds of creatures, great and small. From the clucks of chickens to the quest of chocobos. Said to describe a sacred enclosure, The name is a reference to the legendary roosts of the Amuro, and indeed, many an Amuro is raised from egg to adult within the rookery's well-tended grounds. Alright, now speaking of the rookery's well-tended grounds... Oh-ho! I did not expect you on your feet so soon. Surely you have not come in search of an Amuro. I'm come in search of answers. What do I know of the Crystal Exarch? I'm happy to share, but I fear there will be no surprising revelations. As any in this city could tell you, he is a man of wisdom and compassion, and many untold secrets. But none can doubt his generosity. When the Crystarium was being constructed, he even allowed folk to plunder the tower for resources. What is my chair doing? There we go. He has imposed no restrictions upon us but one. No one except the Exarch is permitted to dwell within the spire. Many seasons passed. A comrade of mine was bold enough to ask the reason why. The Exarch merely smiled and said, because one day the Crystal Tower may vanish as suddenly as it arrived. I should have taken the Ethernet. Oh, was there something else you needed? If you've come for the results of my research into this persistent light, I'm afraid there's little to tell as of yet. No, I wanted to know what you might know about the Exarch. Records pertaining to the Exarch? Well, I need no documentation to relay what little I know of his history, if that is what interests you. Less than a decade had passed since the coming of the Flood, when the Crystal Tower first flashed into existence. Its summoner, the Exarch himself, became known to the refugees in Lakeland soon thereafter. He welcomed all who sought out the spire, be they locals who had lost their homes or Vobertites fleeing their ruined kingdom. And together did they... Together did they found the city which would become the Crystarium. Some thought to call him king, for he refused to share his name, but the summoner did not deem himself worthy of royal address. Thus did the people consider his scintillating skin so unlike to the tower he had summoned, and bestowed upon him the title of Crystal Exarch. As for his true name, well, it would seem that it is a mystery that remains unsolved to this day. Shizune, it is good to see you awake and alert, my friend. What do you know about the Exarch? What's this about? Or what's this about? You're not writing the Exarch's memoirs, are you? I'm not sure how much I can tell you, considering we avoid asking too many questions. Unspoken rule and all that. If anyone has fresh insights to share, then it'd be Captain Lena, I'd say. She lost her parents to an eater attack not long after she was born, and the Exarch saw to her upbringing. Outward appearances aside, those two are like grandfather and granddaughter. I imagine the news of his predicament hit her doubly hard. Not that our proud captain would ever let it show. If you do decide to talk to Lena, she'll be at her usual post at the accessor gate. I'm sorry, Accensor gate. There's an N in there. Oh shit! Wait, wrong job. Oh well. Shizune! Was not told you had awoken. Well, here I am. A welcome surprise. Now, if only the Exarch was returned to us. He was taken by this rival of yours, was he not? Your companions mentioned they had an idea of where to find him, so I bristled when they asked for patience, and did not understand their hesitation, until I saw that you had fallen. Only then did I realize that I had no business rushing ahead. Even so, the delay has been no less agonizing. In the moments before he left to join you in Calusia, the Exarch entrusted me with a key. It opens a door in the ocular to the chamber known as the Umbilicus. This room is the heart of the tower, to which only the Exarch himself is permitted to enter. He bid me allow none in the tower once he had departed. Only in the event that an army of eaters was descended upon the city was I to access the Umbilicus and awaken the defensive barrier. Never before had he left me with such instructions, but the battle with Valthry loomed near, and at the time I accepted the key without much thought. Since then, however, that moment is all that occupies my mind. When I recall the look upon his face, he knew that some terrible fate awaited him. Tell me, Shizune. I need to know what he feared. What battle you and your companions are truly fighting. I can't tell you, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I trust in the Exarch, and I should not be voicing these doubts when he is not here to respond to them personally. But you have come to me with a question of your own, have you not? I was hoping you'd tell me a bit about him. Ah! I see I am not the only one who burns for answers. The time has come to open the tower's heart. Though we do not face an invasion of eaters, I suspect the city will be in far more danger if you do not gain the knowledge you seek. Okay, but kind of need that experience on Scholar Summoner. So one moment. There we go. Okay. My boy. Come, meet me in the ocular, and I will unlock the door within. Mr. Shizune, the captain said to expect you.
I have unlocked the door to the umbilicus. You are free to enter. Once you have what you require, I'll see it sealed once more. Until then, I will remain without.
Thank you. Ah.
A moment to collect my thoughts, I prithee. Thy true name is Grahatia, then? By thy claims, thou too art a native of the Source, though from an age beyond our own, when the 8th umbral calamity hath visited devastation upon our star. Thou hast, by subtle means, reached across the boundaries of time and space to unsow the seeds of catastrophe, ere its creeping vines drag our champion unto an early grave.
In essence, yes. A difficult story to swallow, I am sure.
I doubt not the veracity of thy words, not the account of thy coming, nor that of the fated calamity. Yet my mind straineth still to apprehend the enormity of this tale. Wouldst thou favor me with a gradual unfolding of its chapters?
Certainly. But where to begin? I should start with those great minds who survived the calamity. Sid Garland being perhaps the greatest. In hopes of staying the unending tides of war, he and his fellows pursued all manner of possible solutions. One of these was rooted in a theory which unified several fundamental principles discovered over the course of the Warrior of Light's adventures. It proposed a method by which one could enter the River of Time, traverse the rift, and leap between worlds. Perfecting that idea, however, was a work which consumed their lifetimes, and thus was it left to future generations to decide whether theory would be put into practice. But all the while, the world continued to burn. Hope was a feeble outpost, beset on all sides by thievery and misery and murder. People cried out in despair, "There is no hope, we are finished. Mankind is finished." Then others raised their voices in answer. Though we be beyond salvation, those who came before may yet be saved. We will forge a crossroads and pave the way for a different future. By the wisdom of our forebears, we will prevent this calamity from ever having come to pass. The fighting went on unabated, but some few took up Sid's research and labored to realize those impossible ideas. After 2 centuries of labor, their descendants finally succeeded in awakening the Crystal Tower, an integral part of the process, and, in doing so, roused its caretaker, me. By this stage, scholars had largely established the phenomena underpinning the rejoining, and identified the first as the shard which precipitated the 8th umbral calamity. This grand structure was already capable of storing the energies required to attempt the translocation. All that remained was to augment some few of its functions based upon the theoretical models of Sid and his compeers.
And by means of such technologies didst thou effect thine arrival in the first, to an age before this star had joined with the Source.
Some while before, as it turned out. 'Tis all but impossible to predict how time will flow between one world and the next, and we missed our mark by almost an entire century. But this only worked in our favor. The Sin Eaters could not be defeated without the blessing of light, and summoning the only woman who might stand a chance against them would require decades of preparation.
An undertaking of scarce credible endurance. That thou hast kept thy plan from falling into disarray these many years bordereth on the miraculous. Yet howsoever history be rewritten, thy present self was shaped by events which followed the calamity. Should said catastrophe be averted, the very skein of thine existence will unravel. Surely thou hast foreseen this.
I am aware of the consequences. 'Tis for that very reason Sid and his colleagues bequeathed their legacy as an offering, and not an edict. To give all of oneself for the happiness of others, and with no promise of reward, 'tis a hard thing to ask.
No, I think his room looks fine.
Harder still for those condemned to survive in a world which pitted brother against brother. Indeed, you are right to call the execution of this plan miraculous, though the force which held it together was nothing so inexplicable. It was her. The warrior of light has been our unbroken thread. Where others would stumble and fall, she would rise above. Where others would break and run, she would carry on. The Warrior of Light's tale is one of unyielding bravery. To tell it was to feel courage. To hear it was to feel hope. It was a breath of inspiration in an age of suffocating shadow. In the histories of a fallen nation was our hero hailed as its greatest ally. In the time-worn pages of a noble's memoirs were her deeds joyously retold. For many, these stories were the flame which warmed them through the coldest of nights. And so it should come as little surprise that the plan found no shortage of volunteers, concerning as it did the Warrior of Light herself. It was their chance to add their own verse to the hero's saga. She was the lodestar that brought them all together, to send their final message back through time and space to her. The light of your legacy was our torch in the darkness. Burn bright again and live. I am merely the bearer of that wish, come to ensure it is safely delivered.
Wherefore sharest thou this burden with me and no other? What wouldst thou have me say?
That you will be my accomplice? 'Twas you yourself who convinced me of your suitability when you spoke of how you learned of the Flood, and of your part in arranging Minfilia's journey to the First. Your actions showed uncommon resolve. 'Twas clear you were committed to the cause of saving this world. I knew I could trust you to choose the right path forward, even if that choice came with a heavy price.
What price?
When all is said and done, and the last of the Light Wardens lies slain, I will absorb their corrupted ether, and then I will die. Knowing what I know of your companions, not to mention your champion, they will try to stop me. But in saving one, they would save none. Therefore, I implore you to aid me in concealing my identity, and ensuring this tale ends as it must. To this end, I would have you take what I have told you of the Calamity, and make of it a portent. A prophetic vision you beheld in the swirling chaos of the Rift.
Is this truly thy wish?
History remembered the Warrior of Light, as I knew it would. And I will suffer no other to rescue the champion whose star has charted my course. I will see this tale to a happy end, my friend. There has been enough tragedy.
Got some bad news for you, Taco Boy.
Careful now. If you lose control again, the Light could claim you for good. Although it's probably only a matter of time before you succumb to the change in any case. What do you mean to do?
I'm going to find him. Oh, I mean to hunt down. I mean to rescue the Exarch. I mean to have a few words with both Emmett and the Exarch.
We should be on our way. Diassian mentioned the Tempest, did he not? That's the stormy seas around Calusia to you. His lair must be down there somewhere, hidden beneath the waves.
Well then, I guess it's a good thing I can breathe underwater. Let's go, partner. My emotions. That being said, just to make sure I don't accidentally finish this quest on Bard, I'm gonna switch over to Summoner now. Did you find the answers you sought? If there's nothing more you need, I will go and lock the door. I need some directions. You wish to know the way to the Tempest? You mean the sea itself, and not the island of Calusia? If you make a request to the Tamers, they will provide you with an amaro, but... Alright, then let's go. Do you mean to leave right this moment? Alone? I'm not sure that... Nay, I will not seek to stop you. Go with the blessings of the Shadow, and I shall await your safe return. Thanks. You require an amaro? Just a moment. I shall saddle our swiftest beast to fly you to the island. The open water? To the depths of the Tempest? Our amaro can swim, yes, but to reach the ocean floor... I can handle that, don't worry.
Ah, we have found thee.
Busted.
Word reached us of thy recovery, and thus did we gather with all haste. Ah. By thy looks, I gather thou hast gleaned that which I came to tell thee.
I have words for you.
Urianger has shared everything with us. The Exarch's true identity and purpose.
I offer no excuses. When I agreed to aid the Exarch with his plans, 'twas in full acceptance of the condemnation I would face when my duplicity was laid bare. Yet it is not rancor, but resolve that I sense in thee. Thou art fully intent upon walking thy path to its end, art thou not? If thou canst forgive my deception, or, failing that, set aside thy displeasure for a time, I do beg leave to follow thee. What strength and wisdom I possess are thine to command.
Oh man. She doesn't forgive him. And I really want to say no more. I'm torn between I'm a danger to those around me and no more lies. I'm gonna say I'm a danger. Okay, yeah, I know. I'm a danger to those around me.
I understand the precarious nature of thy condition. Nonetheless, it is my wish to remain at thy side for as long as I am able.
I'm sorry, but I don't think this is a good idea. Leaving the Crystarium, I mean, with or without Urianger. What I did for you won't last forever. There's no telling when the light will break free again. Please, you must stay here, at least for a little while longer. We will find a way to cure this, I promise you.
How can you make promises? We don't even know where to start.
Alize, please. You know Reen was only trying to help.
Of course I know! I know only too well! But making promises you have no way of keeping is not a kindness. It's a lie. Plain and simple. We've all searched high and low for an answer, and every one of us came back empty-handed. I am not about to stand in her way now. Not after failing her in her hour of need. No, the least we can do is...
God damn it, Alize.
We will go with you as well. There is naught to be gained by standing still.
Indeed, we have exhausted every other avenue. Lead, and we shall follow. If there is any hope bound, then we will surely find it at your side.
Are we all in agreement then?
Is there aught we can do to help?
Huh?
Though we may not know the whole story, we do know you're in for a fight. And while the Exarch's away, it falls to the rest of us to see the Warrior of Darkness is given a proper send-off.
You told them!
No. Well, not in so many words.
Aye, we didn't need it spelled out for us. When the night sky appeared over whichever place you went to, it was harder not to put two and two together.
From the moment I heard that you and the Exarch shared the homeland, I had my suspicions. Long had he been waiting for a certain someone to arrive. And I knew at once that it must be you.
Exactly. When he went up to meet you, it was clear it was no ordinary visitor. That spring in his step spoke volumes. I could feel his excitement.
Ethan!
That's right!
Here, here!
We do not fully understand where you or the Exarch hail from, or why you've all done so much to protect us. But we are deeply grateful nonetheless. So, if there is anything at all we might do to aid your journey, you need only name it. What would you have of us?
You might have invited them to join us, where there are not so many. But come, they are waiting. What is your will, O warrior of darkness?
Hydrate? Give me a minute. Oh god. Yes, okay, yes, I'll do all the things, Ash. Don't worry. Leave it to us. We'll see the Exarch safe, or home safe and sound. Okay, that being said, this seems like a good place to pause for a few minutes, so that I can, bio and, yep, there goes the ads. I will be right back, guys. God damn it. All right, I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay. We got the stretching. Checking my posture. Drinking water. And redeems fulfilled. Okay, let's talk to everybody first. Just so you know, I will not look kindly on any further attempts to leave us behind. We do this together. Yes, ma'am. I once said that I wanted to fight for Astinian, that I wanted to save him, not let him be sacrificed for our cause. And now I say the same to you. Okay, but also you better be saying the same about the Exarch. Gods know you've spent enough time charging into danger on our behalf. It's only fair that we return the favor. The volunteers who journeyed to Calusia have all been safely returned to their homes. They've also assured us that they will do their best to hold the Eaters at bay in our absence. There's nothing I can do to cleanse you of the light's corruption, but I'll do everything in my power to keep it in check. If the Warden's ether overwhelms you again, you will become a Scene Leader. So please, save your strength for when it really matters. Thou didst plan to commandeer an Amuro for thy journey to the open sea. I fear the following dive down onto Emetzelk's underwater abode would drain even thy legendary stamina. It's okay, Ariandra. They got rid of TP this expansion. Thus, during thy convalescence, we considered the most efficacious method for reaching the depths of the Tempest. And I believe we have arrived at an elegant solution. Yet ere we discuss this step, I suggest thou dost conclude with such pressing business as remains to thee in the Crystarium. Once the sea closeth above our heads, we are unlikely to surface again until our grand deed is done. Side quest time! Which is good, because it'd be nice if we could get everything to 80 before we head to the Tempest. The prospective poet is in search of the proper inspiration. Do you like poetry? This requires a sensitive soul. Apologies, I probably ought to provide context. I am composing a gift for my aged grandmother, who lost her sight some time ago. I wish to convey to her the endless beauty of the night sky, through verse. To do so, however, I must explore the myriad emotions that shimmering, inky expanse evokes in the heart. I'm sure you understand. Thus, I would beg you assist me in asking those of the Crystarium what the night sky means to them. Did I just walk past at least one side quest? I hope not. Well, we know one of them is here. Maybe a sandwich. Everyone likes sandwiches. Excuse me? Oh, if it isn't the Warrior of Darkness. What fortuitous timing. I'm worried about one of our recruits, you see. He was one of the residents of Holminster Switch, and after the attack, he thought to join up, the better to protect those he loves. Alas, it's not so easy as all that, is it? And because his training isn't having as... excuse me, uh-oh. I'm okay. And because his training isn't having as immediate an effect as he wished, he's become rather depressed. I know not what to say to him. As his superior, I fear that he will take my encouragements as chastisement. If you spoke with him, however, he might take your words to heart. Can I ask you to attempt it? You will find him sighing to the sweet sieve, like as not. Take him as, or take this as well. I find that nothing so reliably lifts the spirits as a full stomach. Oh, that's right. I don't have Swift Song on this character, on this job. I'm sorry. I don't have Peloton on this job. Haha. Oh, it is you. On behalf of all of us, thank you for fighting it for the Crystarium. As a matter of fact, several citizens have prepared small gifts for you to show their appreciation. I said that if I saw you, I would let you know, and here you are. The ones that I have heard from are Josane and Musica Universalis, Tobil and Sweet Sieve, and one of the instructors with the facet of gathering. What was her name again? No matter, you will find her at the Quadrivium with the children. When you have a moment, please speak with them. Okay. Oh, Jesus! Thank you, Ash. Whoop. I could scarce believe it at first, that the night had returned. I stared upward, trying to burn it into my mind, wondering if it would disappear again. And then I saw her. I know not how else to describe it. Fall. Astonishing. Good. I know you go to bed. Okay, you wake up ungodly early, so that's part of it. But, like, I know you gotta go to bed soon. You're good. I appreciate the support. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Oh, my. Problems? You there. Help. My wife is having a baby! A baby! Right now? I was there, but the nurse said I was making everyone anxious and threw me out. Oh, actually right now. I came out here for fresh air. I'm having an awfully hard time breathing for some reason, but I can't just wait. You have to tell them to let me back in, quickly. Wait, okay, I guess I can guess where you live. Making me run all the way around the... Wait, what? Is it up even further? Okay. Oh, he's already here. Why did he... Oh. I'm exhausted. She is an adorable child, and surprisingly quiet, given Wicked White, it's a baby, yeah? I mean, you said your wife was giving birth. Yes, a lovely baby girl. Both she and your wife are quite well, so please, do calm down. It's a baby. Our child. Goodness me, you brought the Exarch's guest with you. Well, since you're already here, would you like to welcome this little one to the world? You're the Exarch's guest? Yep. I would be honored if you were to give our child your blessing. This child is one of many precious things that you protected when you fought for the Crystarium. You should be proud. Oh. See, Shizune, this is what's at stake. Thank you. I'm sure that she understands, and this will make a wonderful story to tell her when she's older. Oh, I am so happy. I can barely breathe. Actually, I really can't breathe. I think I need to step outside for a moment. Thank you for everything. None of us will ever forget this day, I'm sure. She seems quite content. The baby or the mother? Oh, yes, I'm fine. Just a bit overwhelmed, to be honest. I'm a father. And to think that you were there to greet my daughter. She'll grow up knowing the tales of your heroism, I promise. Can I jump? Yes. Oh, I'm so glad that you haven't already left the city. I wanted to present you with this gift. It's from all of us. We wanted to give you something homegrown, but we're worried that burdening you too much. So we used fruit from the orchards to make juice. Hopefully it will make it for a refreshing treat on the road. Up we go! The night. It is a strange and wonderful thing. Were I to ride my Amuro ever upward, I wonder, would I arrive amongst the stars? I think I should like to. Oh. Oh. All right. The Warrior of Darkness? You must be mistaken. You can't possibly have reason to speak with me. This hearty sandwich is sure to provide comfort to the stomach, if nothing else. I don't know what to say. I don't deserve your kindness. I don't deserve your sandwich. Eat it. Nonsense. You've been working hard. How do you know that? I mean, I have tried, but... Well, I had hoped that this would go differently, I suppose. I'm in the guard now, yes, but my spear still feels heavy and awkward in my hands. My knees still shake when I'm in combat. It wasn't meant to be like this. It sounds pathetic when I say it out loud, doesn't it? Uh-oh. What? Hey, YouTube, hang on. What do you mean, no data? Oh, there we go. Okay. It sounds pathetic when I say it out loud, doesn't it? I had resolved to be like you, who came to our rescue, and everything was at its most hopeless. Yet here I am, discouraged at the first sign of difficulty. There's nothing for it but to face my own weakness, is there? To overcome it. It won't make me a hero, but it's a step on that path. And seeing you again has reminded me that that's the path I want to follow, no matter what. Greetings, and heartfelt thanks. It's only because that you fought for us that our vegetable plots remain intact, and we may continue to live peacefully. It is but a meager offering in comparison to what you've done for us, but we've prepared some food using the vegetables grown here for you to take when you are with you on your journey. I hope that it suits your palate. Grab this one. Where are you? Up here? Yes, up here. Thank you for stopping by. I very much wanted to present this to you directly. You probably won't be surprised that this is what we came up with, but the merchants here thought that a piece of armor would be most useful to you, so we pooled our funds for this. May it serve you well. I was gonna say, I don't remember getting glamour out of this. It's a bracelet. It would have been cute if it had been glamour instead, but oh well. How does the night sky make me feel? Fascinated, mainly. It's a far sight different from what I had imagined in reading of it. Brighter and closer somehow, as if I could reach out and touch it. Bethan makes a habit of concerning himself with the well-being of visitors to the Cabinet of Curiosity, and yours is no exception. Oh my! You look terribly pale. And I know scholars who haven't set foot outside in weeks, so that's saying something. Please, pay visit to Spajerix post-haste. Lest you protest, know that I have told the Crystal Exarch the very same many times, and suffice it to say that he has learned to listen. What? What did you do to Raha? I mean, the Exarch. Oh, what am I doing? Let me through. You met with everyone then? Wonderful. If you like, I can prepare those gifts for you to carry more easily. An accessory selected after after long deliberation by the Crystarium's merchants. Food prepared with care by the Crystarium's vegetable growers. Juice squeezed with great effort by Crystarium children and their botany instructor. Here you are. And please know that no matter where you travel, you'll be in our thoughts. Oh! Did I know there was a guy just like doing pull-ups over there? Huh. 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 All right. Thank you for reminding me where I ought to be. It seems that your mere presence was enough to restore his fighting spirit. I cannot thank you enough. Nor can I. Thank you for coming to me when I most needed it. I swear that I will do my utmost to follow your example in future. Sir, may I join you on patrol? Quite frankly, I need the practice. And you shall have it. With me, guardsman. Oh. Up here. One more level up? Yes. And how did they speak of the night sky to you? Oh, yes. That's good. I can feel the words stir within me. I must recite this to my grandmother at once, whilst the image remains vivid in my mind. When you have a moment, might you come to the catenaries and meet her? She's always so delighted by travelers' tales. Yeah, as soon as I go to Spagirix because I was told to. I'm sorry, I was asked very firmly to. Bethden sent you? You do look rather drained. Why, the circles under your eyes are almost as deep as the Exarch's. Please, take this. Wow, the Exarch let you see his eyes? It's a simple but potent syrup that should balance your humors and reinvigorate you somewhat. Lena is ever coming by for the doses to foist upon the Exarch when he works himself to exhaustion, so you may be assured that it is efficacious. Now, you'll drink that in front of me. Not that I don't trust you to take it, but I do have quite a few years' experience working in this field, and I found that it's better to be certain that the patient is following my instructions. An alarmingly inky looking concoction that smells strongly of vinegar and medicinal herbs. Here we go. You down the bottle in one gulp, but nevertheless are overpowered by the taste of vinegar and cannot help but grimace, then scowl. The Exarch made the same face. The Exarch made the same face the first time he tried it. Your cheeks do have a bit more color to them now, though. Please do bear in mind that I'm merely doing my job. Though, if you feel you must be avenged in some fashion, I might be persuaded to provide you another dose for Bethden. For all he fusses over others, the man is constantly working himself to the bone. Oh, I'm going in super the wrong direction. Hang on. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, let's do this one first. Does she have anything to say? Oh, nope. Now this is a surprise. Oh? This is the travel I told you of, Grandmother. The one who assisted in finding inspiration for my poem. And what a beautiful poem it was. So full of love and awe and hope. Just as beautiful as the night sky that you returned to us, my dear, I'm sure. That you... What? You didn't notice, child? You need to truly see the world around you if you are to make a living as a poet. You are the warrior of darkness, and I asked you for help with my poetry. Thank goodness I didn't insist upon reciting it to you. I might have died of shame just now. Oh, you needn't be so dramatic. It really did turn out quite well. And now we've had this lovely chat. Isn't that right, my dear? Yes, ma'am. Here we go. Oh, whoops. Hold on. There we go. I almost made an oopsie. You went? I imagine that he gave you the syrup then. Oh, he gave me the syrup, all right. Ah, that really won't be necessary. I'm quite well, I assure you. The very picture of health. You're lucky that I'm feeling generous today. You're an example to us all, truly. Although, I would hate for it to go to waste. And Morin has been looking a bit under the weather lately. No, you're supposed to drink this yourself. In any case, I'm relieved to see that you no longer seem to be on the point of collapsing into a heap of books. Do take care of yourself, or else... Or else what? Actually, hang on. Are you hot? You might be kind of hot under those glasses. Do I want to find out what the or else is about? Maybe? I'd rather if he was Azayla, but... Okay. Anyway. Distractions aside. There we go. There's nothing I can do to weaken the lights. Oh, right. We're on to the next quest. All right. Oh. No, there's a whole thing before this, isn't there? Urianger is patiently awaiting word that you are ready to depart. All right. Thine affairs are in order. Then I shall unfold to thee that my proposal. Our destination is the ocean floor, yet our goal is not simply to arrive there. Nay, we must needs have the means to breathe and fight freely. Thus, I would petition the aid of one of the Fae, a being with whom I have yet to meet face to face. Rather than waste words on explanation, I bid thee follow me unto the hamlet of Solon, which lieth to the south and west. All will become abundantly clear, I promise thee. I guess it would technically be faster to take the Ethernet out instead of going to Fort Job. Oh, there's a whole bunch of side quests here. Okay, cool. Cool. Because my affairs are not 100% in order. As a matter of fact, should I do roulettes on stream? Let me see what time it is by the time I am done with these side quests. Faith of Weed appears to be ill at ease. Traveler! Oh, Traveler! I don't mean to be a bother, but can you help me find my big brother? All of a sudden, he started talking about having it to prove his courage. Then he hopped on an Amuro and flew off in the direction of the ruins above the village. All by himself. There are ghosts in that place. What if he doesn't come back? I don't want to be alone. If you can ride an Amuro, or can you ride an Amuro too? You sure look like you can. Maybe you can fly up there and find my brother for me. Pretty please? Okay, so this is actually like a pretty involved bunch of quests then. Well, hello there. Don't you look like an imposing individual? Forgive me for being so forward, but could I trouble you to do me a favor? It's my worthless, slacking sop of a brother. He promised me that he'd help tend to the chocobos today, but I'll bet you Gil to Gissel greens that he's lounging about in bed doing absolutely nothing of import. I've told him time and again that he must shoulder his fair share of the workload, but it's like talking to a stone wall. I beg of you, friend, unleash the full fury of your anger on that listless lout. A traveler, eh? Likes to go for a dip in the water? If so, then there's a favor I'd ask of you. My son's gone to practice his fishing on the south side of that, but as it turns out, I'll be needing him back here. Aye, there's a crate of fish what needs delivering to the facet of fishing. And it just so happens that the boy's been talking my ear off about how he wants to be one of the one to do the delivering this time. I say, whatever is keeping them, my order of dried fish should have been here hours ago. I've always made my deliveries on time, and I don't expect that to change now. Perhaps you could help me, friend. 3 lazy-ass fishermen have yet to arrive with the dried fish they promised me, and I refuse to keep the guard waiting any longer. Alright. You'll help? Thank you oh so much. Just take these 3 orders to the fishermen whose names are written on them, and remind the lazy sods of the bloody job they've so clearly forgotten about. Ho there! You are the traveler who is the talk of the village, yes? Superb. There is a small favor I was hoping to ask of you. Have you, by chance, in your journeys across the realm, encountered those curious little creatures known as the Mord? I have. Splendid. That's just the answer I was hoping to hear. I would be most obliged if you could meet with a Mord merchant who's to come to town and negotiate a simple transaction on my behalf. Under normal circumstances, I would of course go myself, but I fear there is a matter of most pressing business to which I must attend. I've asked for around the village, but everyone, even some of the burliest fisherman types, seems downright frightened of the little fellow. I suppose they can't be blamed. We don't see many of their kind in these parts, after all, and the unfamiliar can be off-putting. At any rate, I would appreciate it ever so much if you would handle this task in my stead. Hi, Koi. Oh, hang on. Hello, Koi Will. What is up? At any rate, I would appreciate it ever so much if you would handle the task in my stead. Needless to say, I will be at your I will see that you are duly compensated upon your return. Right now, we are just cleaning up some side quests before we head off to the final zone of Shadowbringers. Homework? Nice. Dadford of Knott is having a decidedly unpleasant day. Of all the days to be... a traveler? Don't get many of those around here. Say, did you see a woman out and about on your way here? A short little thing, about yay high to my knee? No? Well, isn't that just my luck? An investigator from the Facet of Gatherings come to these parts to research the local flora and fauna or some such. I've been tasked with looking after her, but now she's wandered off somewhere and refuses to come back. There's pirates around here, and worse. Normally, I'd say if some fool woman wants to get herself killed, she can be my guest. But if her dead body washes up on the shore, I'll be the one taking the blame, and that's a less appealing prospect. Anyhow, if you see this bumbling wench around, tell her Dadfort said to wrap up whatever it is she's doing, and get herself back before she gets hurt. Still more. Hi, Urianje. Bye, Urianje. Oh, wait. There's somebody I need to talk to here. Yes. An order from the Crystarium Guard to the Fishermen of Solon for a sizable quantity of dried fish. Alright? Yes, I have what the girl seeks. Unfortunately, my tasks keep me here. Perhaps you could deliver the fish in my stead? Oh shit! I'm dumb! Hi! I didn't recognize your name because I'm an asshole. Also tell Ezra I say hi. There you have it. And tell the girl that I am certain that my product will prove worth the wait. I'm sorry. I'm used to seeing your name in Discord. So how familiar with Final Fantasy XIV are you? Are you just like gonna be completely lost now? Little baby children. Are you crazy? If my mother finds out, we'll be eating cold fish heads for a week. Come on, Vonden. Don't be such a killjoy. No one will ever know. Oh, I get a thing out of this? I'm telling you, it'll be fine. Let's go and find the treasure. Are you mad, Yelric? If Mother finds out we went to the forest, I don't even want to think about what she'll... Oh, hello there, Mrs. Traveler. What can we do for you? Wait, did you hear us talking about the treasure? Maybe? Shh, Vane? Oh, it's too late now. We'll share our secret with you. Just promise you won't tell anyone, okay? We were playing by our favorite tree, and we found a bottle stuffed into a hollow. I can read. And inside the bottle was a treasure map. You look like you've been all over the place. Have you ever hunted for treasure? Hey, maybe you could go treasure hunting for us. For you? We were going to go ourselves, but if the grown-ups caught us sneaking around in the forest, we'd be in real trouble. Please, won't you do this for us? Oh, I wanted to be the one to dig up the treasure. But fine. You can go as long as we get to split the treasure 4 ways. We're the ones who found the map, after all. Alright. Thanks, Mrs. Traveler. Here's the map. The treasure's buried to the east of here, right where you see that big red cross. Good luck. Plot twist. The X indicates where we don't want to go. Moppish man? I'm so sorry if I just set off like a bunch of yawns. You need something? Sorry, I'm rather busy here. I'm sure you are. This man strikes you as one of the most sluggish, slothful wretches you've ever had the misfortune to meet. It would seem that nothing short of a furious exhortation will suffice to convince him of the value of honest work. Alright. Hey! What's with all the shouting? I don't even know you. Yeah, your sister sent me. Cora sent you? Well, if she was trying to scare the living wits out of me, you can tell her she's done a bloody good job. Where in the hell did she find someone like you anyway? I found her, actually. You come from the same place as the Crystal Exarch, you say? That's pleasure to meet you. You won't yell at me anymore, right? Maybe. Some men dream of being heroes or going on grand adventures, but I'm a fisherman's son, and I reckon the slow life suits me just fine. Yes, just sitting by the still waters and... right. Time to go help Cora brush the chocobos. Just stop looking at me like that, okay? You know, being a fisherman isn't just sitting by the water and, like, chilling. Feet. And into the water we go. Where is... Wait, up? Up? Right. Oh! I'm stupid. There we go. Whoa! Whoa, watch it! You're getting water all over the place. How do you swim so fast anyway? Anyway, if you want something from me, you're going to have to come back another time. I'm busy searching for the harpoon Papa lent me. I, kind of dropped it, and before I knew it, it had sunk all the way to the bottom of the lake. Wait a minute. If you're such a good swimmer, maybe you could dive down and fetch it for me. Yeah, I bet you could. You'll do it, won't you? I mean, one of us can breathe underwater, and it's not you. Thanks a bunch, lady. It sunk straight down below, so it shouldn't be far. All right, now I go underwater. Now I... There we go. And down we go. Is it on this level, or is it further? Oh, no, wait, there it is. Found it. And let's go back up. You're back! Is that what I think it is? A small, crude harpoon, easily wielded, but even by small children. Papa's harpoon! You're a lifesaver, lady. I saw you swimming down there. You were just like one of the lake spirits Grandpapa always talks about. Grandpapa says that in the old days, the source was full of them, and that one day, they'll come back and save us. He says they're huge and swim through the water like giant fish. Oh, I need to get back to Papa. You're coming back too, right? I'm sure Papa will want to thank you for everything you did. Well, see you. Okay, let's see here. Ah, you're back. My boy's off to the Crystarium with a spring in his step. He's a willful one, aye, not unlike me when I was his age. But he's a good lad who loves the sea, and I'm proud he's mine. We live a simple life in these parts. Not much in the way of coin, high adventure, or what have you. But that's fine with me. That boy's the only treasure I'll ever need. Wait a minute. Oh. What? Aye, what can I do with you? Oh, you're one of the fishermen I need to get fish from. The girl wanted dry fish, aye. I'm working on it, of course. It'll just be taking a little more time is all. Have to dry it out just right, you see. I like how she was like, oh my god, these guys are so lazy. And so far, they've both been, like, the actual issue has been that they've been either too busy or, like, they've been actively working. And that's why she hasn't gotten her order yet. Yours is an unfamiliar face. Is there something you need? Ah, the dried fish. I'm afraid there's been a misunderstanding. I went to make the delivery earlier, but the girl was nowhere to be found. Perhaps we just missed each other. Anyhow, here they are, and tell her she's lucky. This is the tastiest batch I've made all week. Yeah, she's kind of a bitch, huh? Oh, it's you! I was hoping you'd come back so I could properly thank you. I don't know what you'd said to him, but ever since he got back, he's been brushing the chocobos like a man possessed. I just yelled at him a little. I know! I couldn't believe it either. But, truth be told, he wasn't always like this. Believe it or not, for a time he even served in the Crystarium Guard. But over time, the sheer terror of the Sin Eater attacks got the better of him, and... one day, he just packed up his things and came home. He said the realm has enough heroes already, and he was happy to live out his time here until the end inevitably comes. Ah, so he's traumatized. I don't imagine he'll ever again be like he was as a boy, dressed in play armor made of buckets and frying pans, pretending to be the sellsword Radiska, bravely defending his companions. But he's still my brother, and I'm thankful to have him here with me. Provided he pulls his own weight, of course. Anyhow, I should be getting back to work myself. Here's a little something by way of thanks. Safe travels, friend. Literally none of the people you sent me to talk to were lazy. There you are. Well, I hope those fishermen gave you my fish and not more excuses. A Solon specialties, painstakingly smoked and dried to procure a mouth-watering aroma. Yeah, you're kind of a bitch. I see. Well, I suppose that's about the best I could have hoped for. Thank you, friend. The guard are notoriously picky about both the quality and quantity of the rations they order, and I take pride in giving them precisely what they want. After all, if they weren't here to keep us safe, we'd be doing a lot less fishing and cooking, and a lot more fighting and dying. That's why I simply refuse to keep them waiting. I understand that the fishermen have their pride as well, but sometimes a job just has to be done. Yes, and some of them have multiple jobs that need to be done and can't be at your constant beck and call jumping when you say jump. And some of them are here and you're not fucking here, so they can't make the delivery. So, you know, fuck you. Anyhow, I'm sorry for asking you to be my delivery woman. I'm sure you have much more important things to do. Please accept this as a small token of my gratitude. Oh, right. This is the treasure map one. Alright. Now, what are we gonna find? Digging up the earth, you find a weathered wooden casket. Alright. You know what? I think I am gonna do roulettes on stream, so that way we can end the stream by heading off to the final zone. So I'm just gonna go ahead and queue for front lines. Oh yeah, I forgot about this quest. If nothing else, I'll end the stream and then do front lines. I'm still in queue at that point. You are the one from Ronron's shop, yes? Yes, you are. If you come from more smooth and shiny pots, I'm afraid you've come to the wrong time. No, I have none today. Made from fish pickled in sea brine, this savory snack is a not specialty. Alright. Why is it in a bottle? What is this? Chewy and salty salted fish liver? Yes, this is most tasty. Many a lord will pay good coin but to put this in his belly. Oh yes! In this bottle. I have seen it before. Yes, I have. You are sent for it by someone from Nott, you know? Then I have the perfect thing for you. Take this in return, and let the villagers rejoice and resound. What is it, you ask? Why, it is full to the brim with the plumpest, juiciest, squirmiest worms you have ever seen. I know it is tempting, but try not to gobble and gorge yourself on them, yes? Oh, do they use the worms that the Mord eat as, like, fishing bait? You'll come back to Mord Souk someday, yes? Yes, you are most welcome, especially if you buy something at my shop. I will assemble the finest and shiniest pots for you. Yes, I will. Awesome, front lines just in time for the ad break. This works out, actually. This works out perfectly. Alright, Let's get PvP out of the way for today. Don't get too excited. I'm not doing this on Dark Knight. Oh. Oh, like the worst PvP mode for content. I should have paid closer attention to this. Oh well. I'm sure it'll be fine. What's my PvP rank at? 6? Alright. Okay. Oh, and our ice is up right away. Okay, good, cool. Yep. Now, the other day I was in this mode and my character, like, glitched weirdly. I guess we'll find out if that happens again. I don't know if you can hear me. Koi, did you get hit by, like, one of the waves of people throwing gift subs? I'm not sure if one's happened since we met. Oh, that's not the button I wanted to hit. Damn, we're actually in really good shape. Alright. Now we just have to hold on to that lead. Famous last words. Okay. Yeah, there is a couple people in my community that like throwing gift subs, so you may have gotten hit by one. Hey, if you have access to all my... if you can hear me talking right now, then yes. But yeah, I will definitely keep that in mind. I was thinking maybe something involved... because I know also November is, like, Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. So I was thinking maybe something involving that. Or at least I think it's Men's Health. I at least know that, like, that's when Movember is. So, yeah. There were a couple of things I was thinking about. I definitely think I want to do something mental health related. At least one something mental health related. But I've got time to figure it out. That should tell you how time blind I am, because I like... oh yeah, I guess we have known each other at least that long. Oh, there it goes. Why do I keep doing that? I keep hitting a wrong button on my... Oh, hello there. Hi there, little samurai. You want to die? You want to... Yeah? True. I mean, the holidays were happening. That's right, we did... Oh, you know what? Maybe, like... Yeah, there were... Because you met me before I debuted this model. So, yeah. No, that makes sense. I'm just ADHD and severely time blind, so yeah. Time is soup. Come on. Okay, yeah. I keep meaning to hit this skill and hitting the wrong thing. I know how to play this job in PvP, I swear. Oh, I gotcha. Nope. Died before I hit it. Thank you. Yeah. I'm super charmed by my little gremlin. Even once I have like a full model, I definitely have plans to keep using this model for stuff. Ooh, maybe I don't want to go there. You know what? I'm gonna plant my turret here. Oh, oh wait, oh, no, 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 no. Where's my team? Help, nope, 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 nope. No. I was planning on making it like a points goal, like a community goal thing. Also, especially once I get my full model, I want to start doing video essays, and so I can incorporate this into that. You know, for when a chibi would be more appropriate than my full human person. True. Well, but okay, because the thing is, magical girl VTuber, right? So, I'm already kind of sort of doing that with like my magical girl form versus my civilian form. What am I doing? There we go. Nice. There's an artist, like, okay, I have a dream artist I want to commission someday, but for what I want to do, it would be like $3,000, which is rough, and that's just for the art. But I found an artist whose art I also really like that's significant, like a third of that price, and I'm teaching myself how to rig. Because that way I can rig my own model exactly how I want it to get rigged. I can rig my own emotes when I start getting or like when I start filling in all my like animated emote slots, which I have a bunch of. It's just animated emotes are expensive. I could do rigging commissions. On top of the like lore writing commissions that I opened up last week. So yeah, and I actually like find rigging really satisfying. So I don't mind learning how to do it myself. Depends on the word count. So for like up to 500 words is like 20 bucks. I think I had it like 35 for 1,000 word story, and then 5,000 is like, I need to double check. I think I have it set to like 150, just because 5,000 is a lot. And if you want a sample of my writing, the like first chapter of my VTuber lore is free on my copy. Like there's stuff like technically I'm also a freelance editor. It's just so much harder to like get your foot in the door with that, because like I need somebody to let me edit their work in order for me to have a portfolio to get people to like want to hire me to edit their work. Whereas at least with VTuber lore writing, because I'm a VTuber myself, I can write my own lore and then be like, hey guys, here's my lore. If you like what you see, hire me. If you yourself want like a 500 word story or like a bio written about your about your VTuber. And I love writing, so I'm kind of running into that same problem with like trying to figure out how I am gonna start doing rigging commissions once I feel comfortable enough with my skills to do that. But at least with that, like I can commission artists to give me the assets for my own shit, and then again use my own assets to be like, hey, this is how I rig shit. If you like it, give me money in exchange for goods and services. So that I can feed my cats and pay my mother rent. Why did I think doing PvP roulette on stream was a good idea? It's so long. Oh no. Hello? Goodbye. Did I get it? Yeah. Well, I assisted, but... Alright. Oh, yellow's coming in. Alright. Should get rid of that warrior. Or at least create some space. I wish I had my LB, but I don't. Oh no, they're coming. Oh boy. Oh no, ice is coming up. All right. Please, guys, we just need... No, wait, we're blue. We need to win like 500 points. 400 points. This ice will help. I got excited and then I realized, oh, we're not yellow. But unless something happens, unless something happens, yellow's probably gonna win this with their next big ice. Because they're at 1400. And big ice is 200 points, and you need 1600 to win. Oh, small ices just became a thing. But no, yellow's probably about to win. We'd need so much to change that. Or we'd need to start killing them to get their points down. But we're not doing that. Ah. Oh no, red beat us. Okay. Fair enough. Get me out of here. Did I level? Did I at least level from that? Did I at least level from that? I know I ranked up, but what's my Dark Knight at now? God damn it. Okay. Well, maybe it'll make a difference. I kind of wanted to have Summoner and Dark Knight at 100 before, or not 100. Oh my god, no! Holy shit, that's the current level cap. Kind of wanted to have it at 80 before we went to the last zone, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. But pass it, Investigator. Beep! Don't sneak up on me like that. Can't you see me? Can't you see you gave me a terrible start? Wait a minute. I've seen you before. You're staring at the Crystarium, right? Pardon my little outburst. People tell me I frighten easily. Anyhow, whatever you're doing all the way out here, is there something you need of little old me? Dadfort is worried for me, you say? Why, how terribly considerate of him. I wouldn't have thought him the type. I must head back to the village at once. There's just one little bitty rub. I seem to have misplaced some of my possessions. Well, perhaps not so much misplaced as dropped them whilst running away, crying and screaming when a pirate appeared before me. But same difference, right? What sort of possessions, you ask? So that means you'll be helping me, I presume. Splendid. I thought you looked the generous type. Anyhow, it's just 3 little things. My staff, my field notebook, and my tiny little pouch. If you could find them for me, I'd be ever so obliged. Don't you love being an MMO main character and being voluntold to do everything? There we go. Pouch. Okay. Oh, I haven't had River out this entire time. Whoops. Walking stick. There you are. Who goes there? I won't go down without a fight. It's just me. Your brother's worried about you. Oh, Thayf sent you? What a little baby. I swear, every time I so much as leave his sight, he starts sniffling and sobbing. I told him I was just coming here to perform our village's time-honored rite of passage. Tradition has it that all boys of a certain age must fly here on the wings of an Amuro, retrieve 3 treasures from the ruins, and bring them back to the village. Hey, I have an idea. Since you came all the way up here, why don't you find something for yourself, too? That sounds promising. That's the spirit. Now remember, it has to be 3 relics. No more and no less, or the ghosts will get you. Ready then? Alright, I'll race you. Are we gonna end up having to save his butt? Yes, dude, I'm so excited for that campaign. I get to play my little dumbass Lysander finally. Not to be mistaken for Good Boy Lysander, which is my Baldur's Gate 3 character, but you know. Okay, where's the thing? Here we go. You search for find nothing of interest. All right. Oh boy, a rusted chain. Is this rite of passage just a way to clean up litter that's left in the ruins? Like, clear out the junk and stuff? That would be incredibly funny if it was. Ooh, a key? Oh, wait a minute. This is a... Hang on. Let me shout that out in case anybody's looking for the B rank. Alright. There's nothing dangerous up here. It's fine. Look! I found my 3 relics! How many were you able to find? Not as many as me, I bet. You're a child. Rusted chain. A massive time-worn chain once used in an ancient prison. Engraved slab. A mighty slab of stone with a string of numbers etched into it. And a rusted key. Whatever door this key was once opened, doubtless no longer stands. Aw, you found 3 too? And we got back at the same time, so I guess that means it's a tie. Oh well. Anyhow, what are you waiting for? Show me what you've got. Wow, these look like the chains that were used on prisoners. And this stone tablet. That must be the cell number. And here's the key that opened the cell door. As you might have guessed, they say this place was used as a prison before the flood. Of course, it couldn't hold anyone in now. Except for the ghosts, of course. Boo! Anyhow, I should get back to the village before Thayf causes another flood with all his crying. So long, stranger. Gee, you have such a wonderful personality. I wonder why your little brother is such a crybaby. You seem like such a stand-up role model. Your parents must be so proud. Oh wait, they're dead. Your parents looking over you must be so proud of how responsible and good you are to your brother, if the way you're treating me is any, indication. You're back! Do you have my belongings with you? Oh, please, please say that you do. Yes, this sturdy length of wood will help any traveler navigate their way through treacherous mountain passages. The scribblings on this sheet of parchment unsettlingly carry great meaning to the person who penned them. A small bag containing samples of sand, rocks, saliva, and so forth, and harvested for research purposes. Saliva? Gross. My staff! My pouch! And most importantly of all, the notebook containing the most monumental findings yours truly has gleaned. You've done a great service today, friend. And with that, I simply must get back to Knot and assure dear old Dadfort that I am safe. To think that such a tender heart lay behind that dour mien. Thank you, traveler, and ta-ta! Never mind the fact that his reasons for, wanting me to find him, or find you, was entirely self-serving. Oh, it's you! Thank you so much for bringing my brother back. He said he fought off 100 ghosts to bring back those treasures. I should have known not to worry about him. He also said he gave you a terrible beating in some sort of contest and that you were sobbing from shame and embarrassment when he left. Is this true? No. Well, this is our secret, but I got you a little something to make you feel better. It's not much, but it's all yours. So don't feel too bad, okay? Not everyone can be as brave as my brother, after all. Your brother's a liar. There you are, friend. I trust the transaction went smoothly? Yep. Fat and juicy worms ideally suited for fish bait. Writhe and squirm in the sack. Yeah. I didn't even need to read the flavor text to know that. Would you look at these worms? So plump and so juicy. Why, I can almost see why the Mord enjoy... Or, perhaps not. At any rate, our fishermen will be overjoyed. Bait like this is sure to bring in a healthy haul. I mean to make a point that this would not be possible without the cooperation of the Mord. Eventually, I hope to convince them that the little fellows aren't so bad after all. They're actually quite charming, wouldn't you agree? At any rate, thank you, friend. I trust this will suffice as payment for your efforts. You know, some people have paid me 800 gil for my efforts. I mean, regardless, it's chump change for me, but still. I came back hoping to receive a warm welcome and a hot cup of tea from an old Dadfort, but instead he gave me a tongue lashing like you wouldn't believe. Why on earth didn't you warn me? I dare say the pirate I met out there was more welcoming. I swear I've never met a man more fit to serve as elder of a village they call Solon. Hells, I wouldn't be surprised if they named the damned place after him. Yes, I know that the name is far older than that, and that it came from dour faces that many a fisherman tends to wear. I also know that all of them, Dadfort included, are actually gentle souls deep down. They just aren't so good at showing it. Anyhow, I'm not afraid to show my emotions, and I'm incredibly appreciative to you for all you've done for me today. Take this as a token of my thanks, and tell old Dadfort that I'd sooner die than come back to this stinking backwater little shantytown. I'm sure he'd say good riddance. But also, you didn't give me a chance to, like, warn you, so, See that big red cross across east of Solon? That's where the treasure's buried. What do you think it is? Thanks for helping us, Mrs. Traveler. And good luck finding our treasure. Oh, I should have talked to you guys before I left. Well, did you find the treasure? Did you? Oh, I should have read the flavor text. Too late. Huh? It's full of old rings. Wait, I've seen these before in a picture book. These are the rings that the people in the Church of the First Light used to wear. The church? You mean those crazy people who used to worship the light? Well, they're not around anymore, so I guess they won't mind us taking their treasure. Haha. Remember, we're splitting it 4 ways, just like we promised. You can take the first pick, stranger. After all, we never would have found the treasure without you. Uh-oh, I have to, okay, hang on. What rings do I have right now? These are I-415. So, healer already has a 415. 412. That's casting, aiming, casting, and then 403, 403, 406. Okay, I guess I can take fending then. There we go. All right. I know we got started a little late because of Scuff, but I think I might actually wrap up here. The plan is I'm gonna try and get Dark Knight and Scholars and Summoner to level 80 through Let's before tomorrow's stream. We're gonna do role quests and then we'll continue with MSQ. So yeah, thank you everybody so much for joining me tonight. If you haven't already, please hit that follow button. Subscribe if I can get to 100 subscribers before I finish base Shadowbringers. I will do the Nier raids on Black Mage. You can also subscribe to me on YouTube. That'd be a huge help. I am working on getting more shorts put together that I will be posting on there. I've also started posting my shorts on Blue Sky, so be sure to follow me on Blue Sky and also on Tumblr. I am Shizucheese on both platforms. Author socials coming soon. Super excited. I am working on my book. Super excited about that too. And yeah, I will be back tomorrow at 7:30 Central with more Final Fantasy XIV. I also stream on Fridays starting at 8 o'clock. That's Friday Night Writes. We hang out. There's a Pomodoro timer. I work on my writing. We app about writing. Everybody in chat works on whatever chill thing they want to work on. There's lo-fi music. And then Sunday is Final Fantasy XIV Raid Night. Starting at 4:30 Central. So yeah, oh, also, definitely be sure to join the Discord because we do movie nights, and movie night happens to be this upcoming Saturday. So yeah, definitely be sure to join the Discord if you're interested in stuff like that. In the meantime, who is live right now that we can raid? Let's see here. Let's raid Shiso. He is playing Final Fantasy XIV. They are in Stormblood, so they're a little further behind, or like they're an expansion behind where we are right now, but that's an okay thing. So yeah, let's go pantry raid the very kind Shiso TV. Until I see you guys again, I hope you guys have a good night, stay safe, stay healthy, and take care. And I will see you all hopefully tomorrow. Good night.